What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are backing out with an Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be a PU Wi-Fi battle against Trisha. Oh, how I missed you, PU! I can't wait to have some fun. Oh, my opponent is packing the triple S rank core and Mesprit, Archeops, and Skuntank.
You seem to be having fun.
The classic. And today I'm using a pretty fun Trick Room team utilizing a lot of cool Pokemon such as Wheelius, Darumaka, Drampa, Solrock, and more. But let's just hop directly into this battle against Trisha. As you can see, or as you saw from my opponent's team, my opponent likes to have some fun in the PU tier, as do I. So I'm going to lead up with my Baby Shofu, my Darumaka, as my opponent's going to lead up with the Pepe Le Pew. I wasn't expecting Skuntank to lead off, but my opponent leading off with Skuntank does make sense, because the only Pokemon that can set up Trick Room get anally fucked by Skuntank. So that was actually a pretty smart play. But now my opponent's going to bring in the Rock, the Chuckamroy reference. I'm going to go straight for Flare Blitz, and the Archeops is going to live at 1 HP. But Shofu's music is fire. We're gonna burn the Archeops because we don't have Sheer Force, we have Hustle, and the Archeops is gonna get soloed by Baby Shofu. Now you could say like, oh, you got so lucky you burned, but it's because I nicknamed my Darumaka Baby Shofu. That is why I burned that Flare Blitz. Otherwise, I would not have burned him, unfortunately. But thankfully, Baby Shofu comes through. I have to say Shofu like that, otherwise am I really saying Shofu?
Nope.
No. So I'm gonna bring in A-Drive, my Shining Dusknoir. Now the reason why this is nicknamed A-Drive, not because it is chubby and it's two-faced, it's because it's shiny. So my opponent goes for Sucker Punch, predicting me to go for an offensive move, but I'm gonna save my Darumaka for Death Fodder, or in case I get bring it in when I get a Trick Room again. I should outslow the Skuntank, because most Skuntanks run max speed. I'm gonna go for Trick Room. I really have no switching to this Skuntank because my team is really weak to dark. Like, it's really weak to dark. You know, that's just a nice flawless WeedleTwineedle team building, the Classico. So I'm gonna go for Memento immediately. I could have went for Will-O-Wisp, but I didn't want to waste Trick Room turns, and so I just go for Memento. I actually don't even have Will-O-Wisp on the set. I lied, I just lied. I actually have Gravity just because I'm running 2 Hustle Pokemon and Darumaka and Zweilius, and I don't want to miss my, Hustle moves, so that's why I have Gravity on Dusknoir, but I didn't get the opportunity to use it there. I decided to go for Memento instead, just so I can live Sucker Punch with Darumaka, so I can go for Flare Blitz with Baby Shofu, Choice Band Baby Shofu. And yes, the Skuntank is going to get one shot. Baby Shofu killed not 1 S-rank Pokemon, but 2 S-rank Pokemon by itself. That is beautiful. Good job, Baby Shofu. And now I'm going to bring in Hayden, the superior Poketuber, as my opponent's going to bring in Pain and the Nuts, the Pharisee.
Yo, that thing looks so sick, dude. I've wanted the Shiny Pharisee for so long, and every time I go for it, I never get it.
So I nicknamed my Solrock Hayden because Hayden's the sun, he's the light the Pokemon community truly needs, and that's why he's nicknamed after Solrock. That's honestly the only reason why I nicknamed the Solrock Hayden. I was gonna try and nickname like everything on my team after Poketubers, but like I got too lazy halfway through. So now I'm gonna switch out of Solrock here and bring in A-Drive, number 2, my Grumpig. Now the reason why I nicknamed this thing A-Drive is not because it's a fat pig, it's because it's shiny. So Mesprit's in here. I'm gonna go for Magicoat because it's like a 50-50 if he has Stealth Rocks or not. I'm gonna hope he has Stealth Rocks. Worst case scenario, he goes for like Calm Mind or something, and then I go for Trick Room and then bring in Zweilius, and then it's fine. So I'm able to get up my Stealth Rocks, thankfully. We're able to bounce those bitches back. And I love having Magicoat under just random Pokemon. It always catches people off guard, even on Showdown. But now I'm going to switch out of my Grumpig and bring in Hayden here, knowing my opponent's going to go for Stealth Rocks again, or go for U-Turn. My opponent does go for Stealth Rocks with the Mesprit, and I'm really hoping my opponent goes for U-Turn, just because you already know why I want him to go for U-Turn. But my opponent, of course, every Mesprit carries U-Turn for some dumb reason, so he's going to U-Turn, do absolutely nothing,
and activate our weakness policy
with Solrock. So Solrock has Flare Blitz, which I didn't even know Solrock had Flare Blitz until I decided to tune up my own offensive Solrock for this Trick Room team. In comes the Pharisee, yet again, taking some Stealth Rock damage. I just go for Trick Room just because I'm a Trick Room offensive Solrock. I know Solrock should have run like, defensive Stealth Rock with Trick Room, but look, I'm no bitch. I want to run offensive Trick Room Solrock. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, and it's like named Hayden, and Hayden likes to use offensive stuff, so I'm using offensive Solrock because I've never used offensive Solrock before. So Flare Blitz is going to be able to KO this Pharisee no difficulty. So I'm assuming my opponent is going to want to switch out but I think I decided to go for Flare Blitz regardless, just because. Yeah, just go for Flare Blitz just to be on the safe side, because Ferroseed probably outslows my Solrock just because I don't have 0 speed IVs. So Ferroseed, I'm pretty sure even with 0 speed IVs, Ferroseed outslows me. So I'm just gonna go for Flare Blitz anyways in case he wants to go for a Leech Seed. And now I'm gonna go for Stone Edge. Kind of risky though, because I could have missed, and Flare Blitz was definitely to a KO. But I did not want to take recoil damage. And now my opponent's gonna bring back in the Pain and the Nuts yet again. And I'm pretty sure he's just trying to stall out Trick Room turns, and that's perfectly fine with me. I can just go for Trick Room again if need be. My opponent's gonna go for Protect. I think I was debating on going for Trick Room just because, yeah, I just flexed because I knew my opponent was gonna Protect, so I go for Trick Room to cancel out my Trick Room, even though Trick Room is gonna end this turn. So I literally just wasted a Trick Room PP there, but it's okay. But I'm gonna go straight for Flare Blitz because Trick Room expired. I'm actually able to outspeed the Ferroseed, and Flare Blitz is going to KO that Ferroseed. So Solrock is doing a lot of work right now. Solrock and Darumaka just destroyed my opponent's Cookie Cutter. I love it. And Solrock's still able to live, thankfully. And now my opponent's going to bring in the Mufasa, the Pyroar. And Pyroar is a pretty big threat to this team as well. I do have Grumpig, though I do not have Thick Fat. I actually have Gluttony, just because I don't want Thick Fat on Grumpig. I want Gluttony with like a Guap Berry just so I can get my health back instead of Trick Room multiple times. So now I'm going to bring in my Grumpig here because I should be able to easily stomach a Fire Blast or Hyper Voice and go from there. And I can save my Solrock for Death Fodder, or in case I can get it in on like a double switch or something, I can save it for there. But yeah, Hyper Voice isn't going to be doing too much damage to Grumpig because I am Spadef invested. And Hyper Voice, like I said, isn't going to be doing too much damage. We are going to be able to eat our Guap Berry, except we aren't able to because of Unnerve. The only time I've ever seen Unnerve actually do something useful is against my Grumpig. Wow. I can't eat my Guap Berry because of this Pyroar, so I'm actually going to preserve my Grumpig just because I want to keep it in case I need to get Trick Room late game. I'm going to bring in my Jamvad here, my Drampa, predicting Hyper Voice, and after Stealth Rocks, I should be able to tank it like reasonably well because I'm like near max HP. We are able to tank it reasonably well, able to get a Berserk boost, thankfully, so we get +1 special attack. And I also have weakness policy on this Drampa just because Drampa has a fair amount of weaknesses being, Dragon Normal. I think it's like Ice, Fighting, and like Fairy. Okay, maybe there's not that many weaknesses, but people normally just like throw out fighting attacks or like ice attacks against Drampa, and it happens like every time I use Drampa, and so I'm like, I'm gonna give this thing weakness policy instead of like Dragonium Z, and I did, so yeah, I gave it. Actually, I gave the Azwilius Dragonium Z instead. That's why it's not running Dragonium Z. But now my opponent's gonna bring in the Jackie Chan here, the Assault Vest Hitmonchan, because every Hitmonchan is Assault Vest, kind of like how every Primeape's Choice Scarf, every Hitmonchan is Assault Vest. I've never seen a Hitmonchan. Actually, that's untrue. I've seen offensive Hitmonchan, but usually when you see a Hitmonchan on your opponent's team, it's gonna be Assault Vest. I don't know why, it's just like the most popular Hitmonchan set. But now I'm gonna bring in my Grumpig here just because I want to get my Berry because Pyroar is not on the field anymore, and I don't want to lose my Drampa because I could need it for late game. I could need Drampa for late game against the Pyroar, so I'm gonna decide to keep it alive. We're able to eat our Guap Berry thanks to, Gluttony and stuff, and the Unnerve's no longer there. Drain Punch, we're able to stomach that reasonably well, and I kind of wasted my Trick Room turns in a way, but it's okay. I'm kind of like messing around trying to make it so I don't lose to Hitmonchan late game because Hitmonchan is looking like an issue. My opponent's gonna make a very smart play going for Rapid Spin here, predicting me to go for Trick Room because he's able to remove the Stealth Rocks, which means Pyroar is gonna be taking less damage upon switching, so that was a very smart play on my opponent's part. Now I'm gonna go for Trick Room because I need to at this point, and I was gonna go for Toxic here, but I decided to go for Psychic instead just because I want to get off some chip damage against the Hitmonchan, as it does do very little damage, confirming that he is definitely a Assault Vest. And now my opponent's gonna go for Ice Punch, and because we are not Thick Fat, we don't tank it very well at all. And now my opponent's going to knock me out with the Mach Punch. So down goes A Drive number 2. A Drive is my favorite Pokeseeder, so that's why he's on this team twice, by the way. But now I'm gonna bring a Wild Chase. Hey guys, it's Wild, my Zwilius, and it is a female for a very good reason. Now my opponent's gonna go for Mach Punch, trying to knock me out, but that's not gonna kill me because we are max HP. And now I'm gonna go for my Z move just because I don't want to miss. If I miss with Zwilius here, I'm pretty sure I lose the game to Hitmonchan. So instead of going for like Outrage by itself, I'm gonna go straight for my Dragon Z move, get Devastating Drake, and that is increased by Hustle as well. So it's going to be a very powerful Z move coming from Zwilius. It's like a respectable attack stat for PU standards. So Devastating Drake is going to obliterate the Hitmonchan. That probably would have killed it like 2 times overboard, to be honest. Down goes Hitmonchan, and my opponent's last mon is Mufasa, the Pyroar. And as long as I hit this Outrage or Superpower, I should be in the clear to win. It's going to activate Unnerve, not that it really matters because my Zwilius does not have any berries. And now I'm going to go for Superpower. but Hustle comes through. We do miss Superpower, as now my opponent's going to knock me out with the Hyper Voice. Now, if I sacked off my Drampa to the Hitmonchan earlier on in the game, here's where I would have lost. But because I actually played it somewhat intelligently, I'm able to bring back in my Jambad, my Drampa here, and that's at full HP because I roosted off. And now I should be able to 1v1 this Pyroar. Granted, he doesn't crit me to death. And yeah, my opponent's gonna go for the Hyper Voice. We should be able to tank that, and we do tank it reasonably well. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to get a Berserk boost. I'm not too sure if a Nature Power will one-shot this thing, because I'm running Nature Power over Hyper Voice because I don't know, I like Tri Attack a lot. Okay, so I'm running Nature Power just because of Tri Attack. There's literally no other reason why I should run Nature Power over Hyper Voice, because Hyper Voice also goes through subs and stuff. But I just wanted to run Nature Power because I like running weird moves, if you couldn't tell. So Hyper Voice is not going to be able to do too much damage. We're going to get another Berserk boost. And I don't even know why I'm roosting at this point. I just want to be on the safe side that I won't not knock out Pyroar, and then he'll get a crit on the next turn to knock me out with 2 Hyper Voices. So I'm just gonna play on the safe side until I get enough Berserk boost to the point where I'm guaranteed to knock out Pyroar. And so it's kind of a little stally here, but it's for a good cause because I don't want to lose to Pyroar. It was yeah, he gets a crit there, by the way, so I'm very glad I decided to roost spam, because if I didn't knock him out with Nature Power and then yeah, Hyper Voice would have 2 AK'd me and I would have lost the game for sure. But because we played it safe and patiently, we were able to defeat Mufasa and my opponent with a very close 2-0 victory. So that was a very good game, Trisha. Unfortunately, we were unable to activate our weakness policy on Drampa. And if I actually did activate weakness policy on Drampa, I'm pretty sure I would have lost this game, because I don't think I would have been able to knock out Hitmonchan even at +3 after Berserk, and he would have been slower than me because Trick Room, and then I wouldn't have been able to get my +3 attack off unless he Mach Punched me, and then I would have lost the game to Power Liking because I missed Superpower against it. So thankfully I did play it safe and we were able to pull out a win in that battle. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this PU battle against Trisha. I wanted to bring more PU battles to this channel, but not that many people play PU nowadays, which is definitely understandable. It's kind of a small format in comparison to OU and UU and stuff like that, and VGC, so it's definitely understandable why less people play PU. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this PU Wi-Fi battle. If you guys enjoyed this Wi-Fi battle and really want to support my channel, let me know by leaving a thumbs up on the video, as it really helps on my channel a lot more than you realize, keeps me motivated to put out these uploads for you guys, and it's always appreciated. Anyways, the question of the day is going to be, if you can make a Pokemon move into a TM move, which Pokemon move would you choose to be made into a TM move to give to a wider variety of Pokemon, and why? Because I'm pretty curious to see which move you guys would select to buff a certain Pokemon or certain group of Pokemon, because I don't know, I feel like this question can go into a lot of directions and which movie you would pick. So I'm pretty curious to see what you guys have to say in the comment section. Now, me personally, I'm gonna pick a move that makes a lot of sense to me that could potentially be made into a TM move in future Pokemon installments, and I think it'd be really cool to see. So I'm gonna pick Parting Shot because not many Pokemon learn Parting Shot. I'm pretty sure the only Pokemon that learn Parting Shot are Silvally, and I think Type Null might get it, though I'm not too sure.
Nope.
And the Silvally forms do use Parting Shot reasonably well because they can be any typing, but they're pretty lackluster in using it. They can't really run the Z Crystal unless they're using the normal version of Silvally, and otherwise Parting Shot is kind of wasteful on that mon because it can use other moves like Toxic, Defog, Multi-Attack, Ice Beam. It gets a bunch of coverage moves, so Parting Shot's not really used that greatly on Silvally. Alolan Persian uses Parting Shot, pretty well. It's the best mon that gets Parting Shot, and even then, it's PU. No one uses it because it's PU, and then no one uses Parting Shot because of it. And then Pangoro gets Parting Shot, but yeah, I mean, you guys know Pangoro is not really the greatest user of Parting Shot. But I really feel like they should make Parting Shot into a TM move just so a wider variety of Pokemon can use it, and they could use the Z Parting Shot aspect of it, which you can pivot into your mon and then have it be restored to full HP. So it's pretty useful to have, and you get to keep your Pokemon while using Z Parting Shot, unlike moves like Healing Wish or Z Memento, where you have to throw away your Pokemon's life to restore your your other teammates' health. So I feel like Z Parting Shot would be pretty huge if they made it a TM move. A lot more Pokemon could learn it, and since U-Turn and Volt Switch are already TM moves and they're both pivot moves, I feel like adding Parting Shot isn't too far of a stretch for TM moves, and that's why I'm picking this for my answer. I'd also like to see moves like Quiver Dance be made into a TM move, just because I want to see Ludicolo learn Quiver Dance. I really do. Come on, Game Freak, make it happen. It's a dancing Pokemon. Why doesn't it learn Quiver Dance? Really? Whatever. But let me know in the comments down below which TM or which Pokemon move you would like to see be made into a TM move and why, because I'm pretty curious to see which move you guys would select. But that's going to be the question of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. I'll check you guys next time. Bye.